What is good, Lottery Stocks fan? Welcome back to the channel. Welcome to the channel if you're new. This video shouldn't be long. I'm going to prep you for the week. We're going to talk about what is going on, and then we're going to talk about two charts very briefly, which is SPY as well as GameStop. Watch until the end of the video. Like the video, subscribe to the channel, turn post notifications on. Without further ado, let's get into it. First of all, first things first, happy Father's Day. I hope everybody enjoyed your weekend. Shout out to all the dads watching this video. And you know, if you're a cat dad or maybe you got dogs, happy Father's Day to you. Key events this week, things we have to watch out for. First of all, the elephant in the room, Israel and Iran war escalation. Usually markets overreact and usually they open up very, very red. But then on the flip side, we have possibly the US prolonging China tariffs for 90 days after the August deadline. So we have a lot of negative things that are going to possibly make the SPY open up red. And we also just have had a technical breakdown on Friday. So put very simply, SPY is probably going to open red. Now we also have OPEC monthly report on Monday and then May retail sales data on Tuesday. Retail sales, one thing to pay attention to, but Wednesday is the Fed interest rate decision. This is going to be a weird week. It's a very odd week because we look at charts like GameStop, and here's what I've called out for: some sort of build up to the $28 level between this week as well as next week. And you would also think coming into quarterly ETF rebalancing, which is this upcoming Friday, there will possibly be some shorts covering. So maybe we get the $28 level this week. But at the same time, you would also expect chop trading down at these levels anywhere between $21.50 and $24. Why is that? Well, it's because we also have Opex. This is Friday, which is the quarterly options expiration date alongside the ETF rebalancing. So it's going to be it's a weird week. You have things that, want to keep the stock down via market makers, but then you have tensions that want to push the stock higher. There's a lot of unknowns, even though it feels like we know what's coming. It's going to be a very, very weird week. Again, I'll just say that for the last time. We also have a day that the markets are closed, so it's not even a full week. Juneteenth on Thursday, markets will be closed or shut down. Then Friday, Philadelphia Fed Manufacturing Index. Let's backtrack a little bit. The Fed rate decision on Wednesday is going to drastically affect the markets in the short term, okay? Based on war escalation and a possible, maybe negative catalyst Wednesday, this is when we possibly see the markets wick down before climbing higher. Or maybe they wick down and we get bad news before going lower and dropping off a cliff. Ultimately, again, I've called for it, and I made a whole video yesterday on it. SPY 572 or lower into the retracement zone. GameStop 80 or higher within the next 2 to 4 weeks. It's put very simple. That is what I expect. I still stand by that. And ultimately, we have a volatile week ahead. At least we assume so. Okay, so we also have Chewy being very active on X. Whether this is to troll GameStop shareholders or Chewy shareholders or whatever, troll the retail investors, or whether they're hinting at something, I don't know what it is, right? But you can see Chewy waiting for my delivery with a cat peeking out, and then they say soon with the cat emoji, and then they say don't worry, you'll get yours with the cat in the box. And then we also had GameStop, their own YouTube channel, posting video what's in the box with a game trailer and all this other stuff. I don't know if they're milking it. I don't know what they're necessarily doing with that. But aside from all the tin, GameStop is already oversold, and you've already taken in the anger, you've already taken in the despair, and we're down to $22. I'll leave it at that. Ultimately, I don't see downside this week on GameStop, but if somehow we do see downside and we break the level at $21, GameStop could see a fast flush to 18. Why would that be good and a bad thing? One, it's a bad thing because we drop lower. Two, it's a good thing because we are going to be basically at a level You know, we already are actually at a level that I think is the floor for GameStop. But we're going to be at a level where if GameStop issues a buyback or something, the stock is going to head right into a squeeze, and it's just going to be way too oversold, right? If GameStop broke lower, the company has more cash on hand than their market cap, which you just don't see. Somebody had a question for me over on X, so I'll just answer it real quick. Do you think GameStop will be pinned around 24 next week, or is there actually a decent chance it breaks into the $25 to $30 range from the gamma short pressure building? So there is a gamma ramp built on GameStop. First of all, this recent convertible note, I believe, is the conversion price is around like 28.90 or something. So right at this level, which also happens to just be a technical level that normally gets hit, especially after a sell-off. So when you see things like this, move like this, and we enter a downtrend, we confirm a downtrend, you grind up until you hit this period where this resistance level is built, which happens to be the conversion price, and then you sell off even further. That's why I give this big scenario here right around the $28 level, right when you get in between the descending resistance level, the wedge, and that conversion price, which I think GameStop will break into within 2 weeks. Could be this week, could be next week. This is where the major decision zone is going to be built. If GameStop breaks back above probably 32.50, then we see more likelihood of an upside. And if we don't, and we don't get above 29, or we have a very weak push into 30, 31, and we get a wick instead, then you're likely to go lower. But ultimately right now, I'm extremely bullish on GameStop, especially down at these levels. I almost see GameStop's opening, if we open red or open flat, I personally see this, nothing I say is financial advice, I'm not a financial advisor, as guaranteed money. That is if retail even has more money to dump into this thing. I know everybody was over leveraged. I myself personally, right, coming into this move up to $37, and then what do they do again? Well, obviously they cheat the system, but these will have to be covered at some point. We saw them do the same setup back here, and what did we do? We curled higher, right? I mean, and this was also around the same exact conversion price. So you ask, right, are we at like this unlimited window now of just climbing higher, falling off a cliff, and then climbing higher again, right? Who knows, but we are at this point where we're now at a low, and GameStop is likely to only go up from here, in my opinion. AMC, I don't want people to complain. You didn't cover AMC. Let me cover AMC very briefly. Again, this is just a chill video, guys. Not like a video you need to see, but it does definitely prep everyone for the week with the catalyst that we are going to be seeing. Don't know what that was for. AMC, same thing, same time horizon. I think when we enter the week of July 7th, that will be the first time we start to actually see a squeeze here. And where will that go? Well, my minimum target is $11. Obviously, we want it higher than that. AMC recently had a huge volume candle that brought us up to $4. Momentum is still strong, even if it ends up looking weak, it is still strong. It's just building for another wave, okay? So just stay calm for all the AMC holders, AMC investors. You're probably going to move with GameStop. Again, I'll say it again, there's no better time for a crash on the SPY and a squeeze on GameStop and AMC with all of the war tensions, as well as lining up with the Fed rate decision in the same week. It's a good week as well. I mean, put it this way. We don't know what price action is going to happen. We never know what's going to happen. But we have Fed rate decision, war escalation, US getting involved in the war escalation, quarterly ETF rebalancing, aligning with Opex, which is the monthly options expiration. There's not much more you could ask. It should be alongside a 4-day week. We are going to have a volatile week. Guys, if you're not in the Discord yet, and this is what it looks like. Put very simply, this is Stock Talk group chat where we talk stocks all day long. Then we have charts only where people post their charts here. Crypto only. We have the gains tab, which is most important. People posting their gains in here. Guys, if you're not in here, high success trade flow alerts that come popping in on the daily alongside option sweep orders, insider trades, dark pool activity, market news, breakout alerts, all of this stuff, all for one cheap price a month. It pays for itself. Trust me on that. Top link in the description. If you're not in, I'm in there on the daily as well. Alongside in the Discord, I also have a tab where I post my positions if you guys want to get in the Discord and check those out. Also, if you want 50% off a funded futures account from a prop trading firm, basically you trade on there and you show your success and you take payouts. Use code LOTTO at checkout, 50% off. And then if you want Mumu, 60 free stocks for a free broker. All you have to do is sign up. Once they approve you, make a deposit, you will start earning free stocks. Custom indicator, tip jar, all that other stuff, guys. Go check out the links. I love you all. God bless. Lottery Stocks out.